Hello, friends. Perhaps like no other year, we have a fuller sense of what Advent waiting is all about. We wait for a vaccine to become widely available. We wait to be freed from the confines of quarantine. We wait to gather freely in community and friendship and to do what we used to take for granted but now is so precious. This time of waiting is perhaps the closest to what Advent waiting is all about. Dietrich Bonhoeffer wrote a brief devotion on Advent waiting when he was in prison toward the end of his life. He wrote, "A prison cell in which one waits, hopes, and is completely dependent on the fact that the door of freedom has to be opened from the outside. That's not a bad picture for Advent. Advent trains our soul to pay attention to God, to look to the coming of God's promise, to seek what we cannot do on our own, to be set free in the grace of God through Jesus. We wait these weeks of Advent in anticipation of celebrating the birth of Christ, the promise of God now come into the world. We wait these weeks of Advent knowing that Christ did come, trusting Christ is here and with us now, and then looking with anticipation that Christ will come again. We wait for the consummation of all of God's promises of forgiveness, life, and salvation in Jesus Christ. We wait in this time in between the now of Christ born for us and the not yet of all that God will accomplish for us. We wait in hope and confidence because the incarnation revealed in the birth of Jesus affirms that God is with us here and now. God has entered our waiting and God waits with us, even as God comes to set us free. Advent hope is confident hope, even when the waiting is hard. God's peace and grace be with you now in this season of Advent waiting. Take care.